Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Arsenal make contact with Manchester United over the future of Donny van de Beek. Arsenal are in search for a central midfielder because Martin Odegaard and Dani Ceballos have returned to Real Madrid and Granit Xhaka has agreed to join Roma. Donny van de Beek has endured one full season at Manchester United. He's made 36 appearances for us in all competitions, most of them appearances coming from the bench. I recall Van de Beek starting 4 games in the league last season and he's only scored 1 goal and registered 1 assist. Not so long ago, it said that Donny van de Beek was set to hold showdown talks with Solskjaer over his future. He said towards the end of last season that we will reject any offers for Donny van de Beek, so reflecting on that, we are reluctant to let him go. Because he said Solskjaer's got big plans for him. Van de Beek got ruled out of the Euros through injury. Last season, Ronald de Boer backed Donny van de Beek to become a success at Manchester United, and he said he still felt loved at the club despite his lack of game time. In January, we rejected loan offers for him. We got him in a deal worth £40 million from Ajax last year. And he's versatile, he can play in 3 different roles. Van de Beek's under contract with Man United until 2025. Now, the 5 transfers Manchester United must make to win the Premier League title. Now, we've got to get Jadon Sancho in. Jadon Sancho to Manchester United could be completed next week in additions to a second bid. We want to include success bonuses to get close to what Borussia Dortmund are demanding. Jadon Sancho will leave Borussia Dortmund, providing that Dortmund receive the right fee. Sky in Germany said yesterday Jadon Sancho is imminent to Manchester United. Borussia Dortmund are demanding around £78 million plus add-ons. Jadon Sancho's camp think his move to Manchester United is a done deal, and in Dortmund they think it could happen next week. And the Athletic sense a deal should get done for Sancho. We've just got to come to an agreement on a fee. Fabrizio Romano said not so long ago that we reached an agreement with Jadon Sancho's camp. The personal terms have been agreed, he said. A contract has been agreed until 2026 worth around £350,000 a week. So there you go. We had an opening offer of £67 million, rejected for Jadon Sancho. Man United do remain in talks with Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund set a deadline. They said that Sancho will remain at Borussia Dortmund if Manchester United have not matched Borussia Dortmund's valuation for Sancho by the end of July. Sancho already has a gentleman's agreement with Borussia Dortmund to join Manchester United. There's always been something in Sancho to Manchester United because it has been stemming from reliable journalists. Obviously Fabrizio Romano, he's spoken a lot about the Sancho saga, and so too has Bild's Christian Falk. But I think this time round Sancho to Man United is happening because Borussia Dortmund lowered their asking price from what they was demanding last summer. We've been in for Sancho now for like the last 2 years or so it has been a long running transfer saga. You know, Sancho to Man United last summer was extremely close because the personal terms had been agreed, the agent fees had been agreed, and a contract and that had been agreed. Dortmund were demanding 108 million last summer, but we was reluctant to meet that valuation. Dortmund set a deadline last year. They said we had until the 10th of August to sign the player. We missed out on that deadline, so he remained at Borussia Dortmund. Sancho has endured 4 years at Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund paid just £7 million in from Man City. He's got a contract with Dortmund until 2023. He said if we fail to sign Sancho this summer, we'll look to make a move for Kingsley Coman from Bayern Munich, as an alternative. But yeah, Sancho will be a great signing for Manchester United because he'll assure us goals, he'll create good chances, he'll fit in our team perfectly, he'll exceed expectations in the Premier League, still very young, got a lot of development in him, and he's got a very good friendship with Marcus Rashford. He touches base with Marcus Rashford a lot. They're the reasons. There's a problem with Mason Greenwood though if we do sign Sancho, because we do actually play Greenwood on the right a lot. But there again, you can play Greenwood up top. I think we need to get Harry Kane. Solskjaer wants Harry Kane. Harry Kane wants to leave Tottenham. Where will Harry Kane be playing next season? Now, last month, Harry Kane put a transfer request in at Tottenham. He made it clear that he wants to win team trophies, and Tottenham have not won a trophy for like 13 years. Man United, Man City and Chelsea all made contact with his representatives. It's going to take an offer of at least 150 million to convince Tottenham to offload him. Ryan Mason last month dismissed suggestions that Harry Kane asked to leave. Daniel Levy, the Tottenham chairman, last month slapped a £200 million asking price on Harry Kane. Because Daniel Levy obviously doesn't want Tottenham to sell Harry Kane because he is aware of how much of an imperative player he is. Daniel Levy was furious with Harry Kane for going public with his desire to leave last month because Harry Kane had an interview with Gary Neville regarding his future. Kane won the Golden Boot last season. He's won the Golden Boot now 3 times. Kane has been a long-serving player at Tottenham. He's been with them for 17 years. Broke into their senior squad in 2009. And he was up Tottenham's academy. So he's remained loyal to them for a long time. He's got a contract with Tottenham until 2024, because back in 2018 he signed a 6-year contract worth £200,000 a week. Kane's had loan spells before with Leyton Orient, Millwall, Norwich and Leicester. But he is regarded as one of the best strikers in the world. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has already insisted that we are in this market for a striker. You know, we have done business with Tottenham before. We got Dimitar Berbatov off them a while ago, and we also got Michael Carrick off them. Tottenham are going to have to find a good adequate replacement for Kane, because they're going to really struggle without him. They've been struggling as it is with him. I think Manchester United need to get Raphael Varane. I can assure Raphael Varane is leaving Real Madrid. His current contract expires next year. Raphael Varane is refusing a contract at Real Madrid. Romano mentioned that not so long ago. Man United offered Varane a salary that Real Madrid cannot match. It's €12 million a year, which equates to just over 10 million in pounds sterling. Mundo Deportivo said the other day that Real Madrid lowered their asking price for Raphael Varane. They want around £43 million. Not so long ago, Real Madrid were demanding £60 million. Towards the end of last season, they rejected a £40 million bid. Not so long ago, Varane spoke out on his future. He said it's unlikely his future will be resolved for the summer's European Championships. Obviously, not what's happened yet regarding Varane. And Man United have held talks with his representatives. We went in for Varane 10 years ago under the Sir Alex Ferguson era, and Woodward was prepared to sanction a £100 million move for him back in 2018. Varane is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. He's highly experienced, got a great pedigree as a player. He's won like 18 major honours at Real Madrid. You know, if he came to Manchester United, Varane and Harry Maguire would complement each other very well. Varane's been a long servant at Real Madrid. I think he's been with them over 10 years now. He's made over 300 appearances in all competitions. I think we need to get Kieran Trippier from Atletico Madrid. We need someone to come in to provide competition for Wan-Bissaka, because Wan-Bissaka is the only recognised senior right back at Manchester United at the moment. We had an opening offer of £10 million rejected for Kieran Trippier. Atletico Madrid have said they'll only sell Kieran Trippier if his £35 million release clause is met. Kieran Trippier told his England teammates last week that he wants to join Manchester United. And the player has been house hunting, so that's fueled speculation. We was interested in Trippier in January, but we cooled our interest because Kieran Trippier got banned by FIFA for breaching betting rules. His current contract at Atletico Madrid expires next year. Atletico Madrid paid £20 million for him from Tottenham. And I think we need to get Declan Rice from West Ham, because Man United need a holding midfielder. Now, the last time I read up regarding Declan Rice, he said that Man United were preparing a transfer bid to test West Ham resolve. West Ham value Declan Rice at £100 million. He isn't worth £100 million. I reckon he's worth from between £60 to £70 million. Solskjaer agreed with our recruitment team last season that Declan Rice would be the perfect signing for the club, and Darren Fletcher, our technical director, did reveal that Declan Rice asked about Man United when he was on international duty with England. Reports came out the other month though saying that Declan Rice is interested in joining Man United, and he did ask Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw about life at Old Trafford. You know, Rice has been at West Ham for like 7 years now. He's got a contract with them until 2024. Before West Ham, he was at Chelsea. He was in their youth setup for several years, but he never got in Chelsea's first team. I think he'd be a good adequate replacement for Matic, would Declan Rice. You know, Rice is well Premier League proven. He initially learnt his trade in the Premier League. He's really good as well at breaking up the play. He's predominantly a holding midfielder, but he can also be deployed as a centre-half. So they are the 5 transfers I think Man United should make to win the title next season. Now, obviously, the summer transfer window is open. It officially opened on the 9th of June. I'm expecting Manchester United to be very active in this summer transfer window, but I'm also expecting teams around us to be very active. This summer transfer window is Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. And Solskjaer is aware how big this summer transfer window is for himself and Man United in general, because it is imperative that he gets the players he wants to recommend in. You know, Solskjaer has said that he wants around 4 signings in order for Man United to challenge for the title next season. The other week, Solskjaer had been given a £150 million transfer budget, you know, to buy around 4 or 5 new players. Solskjaer's going to be given a new 3-year contract. I think it is a mistake giving him this new 3-year contract, and I think a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect, because I can assure you won't see out this new 3-year deal. All he's still got under a year left on the current 3-year contract he signed when he got the job permanently back in March 2019. So what we should do is really let him see how his current contract, analyse how things have gone, and then decide or not whether to give him this new 3-year deal. But the board have said, you know, they will back Solskjaer despite the Europa League final loss. We're going to offload players in this summer transfer window. Now, there's rumours of Dean Henderson leaving. Apparently, Dean Henderson is up for sale. I don't think we should offload Dean Henderson because I think Dean Henderson is a very, very good goalkeeper. He did well, Dean Henderson, in a lot of his games last season. And obviously, we give him the number 1 role. But some United fans still preferred De Gea over Dean Henderson. Before the start of last season, Dean Henderson signed a 6-year contract with Man United worth around 120 grand a week. He's obviously got the experience behind him because he endured 2 successful loans with Sheffield United. He's also had other loan spells before. So yeah, Dean Henderson now could be going. I like both goalkeepers, I like Henderson and I like De Gea. Obviously, De Gea is a lot more experienced, but De Gea is convinced now he's staying at Manchester United and will be Solskjaer's number 1 next season. You know, Solskjaer does have a goalkeeping dilemma. Brandon Williams, we could offload him in this summer transfer window to gain him more experience and to get a lot more opportunities. Brandon Williams seldom plays for Man United. He is our 3rd choice left back. He played around, 3 or 4 games last season. Obviously played in the final game against Wolves. He played in the 2-1 defeat to Leicester and he played in the 3-0 win against Brighton in the Carabao Cup at the start of last season. Don't forget, we did give Brandon Williams that number 33 shirt. We played him at right back last season when he played. He's nowhere near effective on the right as he is on the left. Phil Jones, I think we should offload him in this summer transfer window because he's always been inconsistent, doesn't get in our 11. And he was out of injury for a while. Phil Jones is the only outfield player that's still here from the Ferguson era. He's been a long servant at Man United. He's endured 10 years at the club. You know, we need to get rid of Diego Dalot permanently. He's out on loan with AC Milan at the moment. We need to get rid of Andres Pereira permanently. He's out on loan with Lazio at the moment. I want us to get rid of Lingard permanently, but Lingard has told Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that he wants to stay at Manchester United because they recently had a meeting. You know, we get rid of Lingard permanently, I reckon we'd get around £25 million. He's got just a year left on his current contract. There's clubs that want Lingard. Obviously, West Ham want to get him permanently. The reason we loaned him out is because he got frozen out of our squad. We also need to offload Nemanja Matic because I've got my strong reservations about Matic. He's always been a slow player and he's ageing up. And he's not one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that, he still gets opportunities. Matic has been at the club over 4 years now. We got him in a deal worth 40 million from Chelsea back in 2017. Like I said, Van der Beek, we need to offload him so he can go elsewhere and get a lot more opportunities. Juan Mata, I think we've got to offload him in this summer transfer window. Mike McGrath from The Telegraph said not so long ago that Juan Mata was in talks over an extension on his contract. Mata's current contract expires at the end of this month. Mata doesn't really get in our 11 now, and my element of concern about him, he's lost that yard of pace and he's ageing up. Juan Mata's endured 7 years at Man United. We got him in a deal worth 40 million from Chelsea back in 2014. At the first part of last season, he rejected an 18 million a year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. Anthony Martial, I'm expecting us to offload him in this summer transfer window. A lot of United fans want him to go. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has put Martial up for sale because he's fed up with his poor attitude. Now, like I updated you yesterday, journalist Duncan Castle said that Anthony Martial has been offered to Real Madrid. Martial's agent is looking to move him away from the club. A season-long loan with an option to buy has been proposed. Anthony Martial has been at Manchester United for 6 years. He scored 78 goals in 258 games in all competitions. Martial's got a contract with the club until 2024. There's an option of a further year. And we got him in a deal worth 58 million from Monaco back in 2015. I reckon Martial's had 2 good seasons. He was good in his debut season under Van Gaal, and he was good the season before last. He was out of form last season, and he was out with a knee injury for a while. And at one point, Solskjaer gave Martial that number 9 shirt. So there you go. So the players that we do sell in this summer transfer window will generate money, and it will help us with our rebuilding process. You obviously know the news regarding Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba insists that he's not in contract negotiations with Man United. But Sky Sports News recently said that Man United opened talks with Paul Pogba's representatives over a new contract. We actually fear losing Paul Pogba on a free transfer. We fear that Paul Pogba is running his contract down to leave on a free. His current contract expires next year. Because obviously last season we triggered that 1-year extension on his contract. Solskjaer hopes Paul Pogba stays and signs a new contract because he is aware of how much of an imperative player he is. Towards the end of last season, it said that we was willing to offer Pogba a new £400,000 a week contract, but Pogba was demanding in the excess of £500,000 a week. But we have been getting the best out of Pogba in recent months. He does bring creativity to the team. But next season is going to be massive for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Manchester United. You know, I think Solskjaer is aware of this. I'd say next season Solskjaer's got to win a trophy at Man United if he is to remain Man United manager. Solskjaer's not yet won a trophy as Manchester United manager, and we haven't won a trophy since 2017, which is 4 years ago. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. If we start off next season badly, then I think the pressure will be on Solskjaer. If we do eventually decide to sack him though, who should come in to replace him? I think we need someone in with a proven pedigree and someone who's going to suit the strappings of the club. Next season will be Solskjaer's 3rd full season as Man United manager. So far he's enjoyed 2 full seasons. He's been in charge of the club now for almost 30 months, which is over 2 years. Solskjaer is lucky to be still Manchester United manager. The reason he's still Manchester United manager is because he's a club legend. That's what's basically saved him. Disregarding him being a club legend, I can almost assure he wouldn't have been Manchester United manager now. Obviously, there has been some Man United fans demanding Ole out, especially reflecting on that Europa League final loss. But I presume there's still some Man United fans that are Ole in and they believe that he needs more time at the club. I think he does deserve next season. But I can assure you he isn't the long-term manager for Man United. Like I said, I do have my concerns about Ole. My two biggest concerns about him, he hasn't got a proven pedigree as a manager, and his decision making concerns me because in a lot of his games at Man United he has been tactically naive. There's also a lot of positives regarding Ollie as well, like I've gone through with you before. I think Solskjaer's done a good job to say the current squad he was left with when he got appointed in as Man United manager. You know, I am shocked with how well he's actually done, and I think he is our best manager since Ferguson. So anyway guys, there'll be more videos coming up soon. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.